Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Coins Dealer. Today, we're diving into an iconic piece of American coinage, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial Washington quarter. This special coin celebrates 200 years of American independence, but there's more than history behind it. Some of these quarters are valued in the thousands, and there are even rumors about one selling for as much as $1.9 million. That's right. This coin has fascinated collectors for decades, and today, I'm going to tell you why. We'll cover its unique features, what makes certain bicentennial quarters so valuable, and how to spot one that might be worth a fortune. Let's start with a little background. The 1776 to 1976 quarter is a part of the U.S. Mint's bicentennial coin series, which included special designs for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. On the reverse side, you'll see a revolutionary drummer boy, designed by Jack L. Ahr, which sets it apart from the usual Washington quarter design. This image symbolized the American spirit and pride, making it a perfect tribute for the country's 200th birthday. What's unique is that these coins were produced over 2 years, in both 1975 and 1976. You'll notice that all of them are dated 1776 to 1976 instead of a specific mint year. This is also one of the first commemorative coins issued for general circulation, which makes it extra special. Now, here's where things get interesting. When we say no mint mark, we're talking about quarters minted in Philadelphia, which traditionally didn't use a mint mark at that time. But what really sets some of these bicentennial quarters apart are specific minting errors or high-grade conditions. Some of the most valuable 1776 to 1976 quarters are those in nearly flawless condition or with unique errors. For example, certain die varieties or issues during the minting process can add significant value. So, if you have one without any visible scratches, fading, or nicks, you might have a quarter that's worth much more than face value. Condition is key when it comes to the value of any coin. The most valuable bicentennial quarters are those in high grades, like MS-67 or MS-68, and these can go for hundreds to even thousands of dollars at auction. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. Some pristine versions of this coin have reportedly been valued at around $1.9 million. Why such a high value? Well, coins in perfect or near-perfect condition, especially from iconic moments in history, are extremely rare and sought after by top collectors. These coins not only hold historic value but have also become treasured investments. So, how can you tell if your bicentennial quarter could be worth thousands? Here are some quick tips. Look for any minting errors, like double dies, off-centering, or striking anomalies. Errors can increase a coin's value significantly. Mint state coins, with minimal to no wear, are the most valuable. Consider getting your coin professionally graded if it looks like it's in excellent condition. Some bicentennial quarters were struck in a 40% silver composition. These are typically collector's items and can have additional value. And if you think you might have a high-grade or rare error bicentennial quarter, it could be worth having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Grading can authenticate your coin's value and help you understand its market worth. Once your coin is graded, you have options for selling. You could list it on collector sites, work with an auction house, or even reach out to rare coin dealers. Be sure to research prices and find a trustworthy buyer to get the best value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter is an amazing piece of history, and maybe even a hidden treasure. Who knows? You might just have a coin worth thousands or even millions sitting in your change jar. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out. And let us know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've come across? We're diving into the 1965 no mint mark Washington quarter, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth up to $1.8 million. Yep, you heard that right, a quarter worth nearly $2 million. First, let's go back in time. In 1965, the United States Mint faced a silver shortage, which led them to switch from 90% silver quarters to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which is the metal blend most quarters have today. This change marked the end of silver quarters and introduced a new era of coins. But here's the twist: during this transition, a few 1965 quarters were accidentally minted on silver planchets instead of the copper-nickel clad. These rare silver quarters are what collectors are after. So, what's a planchet? A planchet is simply the blank piece of metal that gets struck to create a coin. With the 1965 quarters, the mint was supposed to be using copper-nickel blanks. But due to an error, some leftover silver planchets from 1964 were mixed into the production process for 1965 quarters. This kind of error, using the wrong metal blank, is incredibly rare, which is why these silver 1965 quarters are worth so much today. Now, here's the exciting part: how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is one of the rare silver ones? Start by checking the coin's weight. Regular 1965 copper-nickel quarters weigh about 5.67 grams. But if your quarter weighs closer to 6.25 grams, it might be a silver quarter. You can also listen to the ping it makes when dropped on a hard surface. Silver coins have a distinctive ring compared to the duller sound of copper-nickel. So, why is this quarter worth so much? Well, it's estimated that only a small number of 1,965 silver quarters exist, perhaps less than 20 in total. That scarcity, combined with the historical significance of the silver transition, makes these coins incredibly valuable. One of these rare 1965 silver quarters sold for an astonishing $1.8 million at auction. This isn't just about the silver content, it's about rarity, demand, and the history behind the coin. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique mint errors, and the 1965 silver quarter is one of the rarest errors out there. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1965 silver quarter? First, weigh it to confirm if it's around 6.25 grams. If it passes the weight test, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate and grade your coin, which is essential if you want to sell it for top dollar. And that's it, everyone. Imagine finding one of these rare 1965 silver quarters in your pocket change or an old collection. That's the kind of find that could be life-changing. If you enjoyed learning about this rare treasure and want to hear more stories about valuable coins, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to discover a small fortune in your change jar. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins out there, the 1983 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark, valued at up to an unbelievable $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. Let's break down why this coin is so special, how to spot one, and what makes it worth so much. So, let's talk about the basics first. The 1983 Washington quarter is from the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it has a P Mint mark. It's part of the Washington Quarter series that started back in 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. But the real kicker about the 1983 quarters is that they weren't included in mint sets that year. This meant that most quarters from 1983 went directly into circulation, and very few of them were kept in mint condition. As a result, high-quality 1983 quarters are rare, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Alright, so let's get into the details that make the 1983 P Washington quarter stand out. First, this quarter features a portrait of George Washington on the obverse side, with the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the date 1983. On the reverse, we see the American eagle with "United States of America" and "quarter dollar" inscribed. Because these quarters weren't preserved, the ones that remain in excellent condition, meaning with high mint state grades, are super valuable to collectors. The highest grade possible for coins is called MS-67, which indicates a nearly flawless coin. And this brings us to why the 1983 P Washington quarter can be worth such an extraordinary amount. Now, the big question: why is the 1983 P Washington quarter worth up to $1.7 million? Well, it's a mix of rarity, demand, and condition. Because few 1983 P quarters were kept in high-grade condition, finding one that's even close to perfect, like an MS-67, becomes extremely difficult. And when something is rare, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. In fact, one of the highest graded examples of the 1983 P Washington quarter sold at auction for a record price. This coin had pristine features, exceptional luster, and practically zero flaws. That's why a single quarter, usually worth only 25 cents, could be worth as much as $1.7 million if it's in perfect condition. Now, here's what to look for if you think you might have a valuable 1983 P Washington quarter lying around. First, check the mint mark. It needs to be a P for Philadelphia. Next, look closely at the coin's condition, any scratches, discoloration, or where it can lower its value significantly. If you think you have a high-quality 1983 P quarter, consider getting it graded by a professional service, like PCGS or NGC. These services will give your coin an official grade, which can really boost its value if it's in excellent condition. Aside from the year and mint mark, what else can impact the value of a 1983 Washington quarter? One major factor is the coin's eye appeal, the shine, color, and sharpness of the details. Collectors love coins that look fresh off the mint. So, if your coin has a strong strike with well-defined features, it's likely worth more. And remember, grading can make a huge difference. A coin that's graded MS-66 might be worth hundreds, but if it grades at MS-67, its value could skyrocket to thousands, or even more. So, to recap, the 1983 P Washington quarter can be worth up to $1.7 million if it's in exceptional, mint state condition. This value comes down to a combination of rarity, demand, and near-flawless quality. If you have any 1983 quarters, it's definitely worth taking a second look. And who knows? Maybe one of you watching has this hidden treasure in your pocket change or coin jar. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1991 P Washington quarter dollar. Yes, you heard that right, a simple quarter that might just make you a millionaire. While it's true that most quarters are just worth their face value, there are some special ones out there that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for. Today, we'll uncover exactly why this 1991 P quarter could be worth up to $1.5 million. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Washington quarters. The Philadelphia Mint, marked by the P mint mark, struck a large number of these coins. So, what makes this year special, and why would anyone value a single quarter so highly? Let's explore. First, let's talk about the design. The Washington quarter has featured the iconic profile of George Washington since 1932, and the reverse side displays the American eagle, a strong symbol of freedom. This classic design holds historical value for coin enthusiasts. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 570 million Washington quarters in 1991. So, why could one be worth so much? Rarity plays a key role in a coin's value, but with over 500 million quarters minted, rarity alone doesn't explain the high price. Instead, error coins are where we should focus. Errors happen during production, and they're often unintentional quirks that make a coin unique. For example, errors like doubling, where the image on the coin appears twice due to a misalignment in the minting process, can add serious value. Other possible errors include missing mint marks, die breaks, or off-center strikes. Collectors love these flaws because they're rare, unique, and interesting. Imagine a 1991 P quarter with an error like doubling on Washington's face or on the lettering. This makes it highly collectible, and collectors might pay hundreds or even thousands for a well-preserved error coin. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar claims. Why do people think this coin could be worth as much as $1.5 million? Well, sometimes, these high numbers come from auction results, rumors, or even viral online stories that get collectors excited. In rare cases, auctions for unique error coins have indeed gone for hundreds of thousands, or even over $1 million. But these are exceptional cases and usually involve significant errors or a one-of-a-kind quality. A coin's condition, or grade, is also extremely important. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. For a 1991 P quarter to have a shot at a huge price, it would need to be in nearly perfect condition, ideally graded at MS 67 or above. High-quality error coins, in mint condition, are the rarest of the rare. If you happen to find a 1991 P quarter with a unique error and in excellent condition, then you might be sitting on something quite valuable. So, if you're hunting for a valuable 1991 P quarter, what should you look for? Here are the key factors. Look for the P mint mark above the date. Keep an eye out for any doubling, missing features, or unusual marks. The better the condition, the more valuable it might be. Aim for coins that look uncirculated or nearly flawless. If you think you have a valuable coin, getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC can help you confirm its value. Once you've found your potential treasure, what's next? Selling coins with potential high values can be challenging. Here's some advice: check recent auction prices and listings for similar coins. Specialized auction sites like Heritage Auctions, or even eBay, can be great places to connect with interested buyers. If your coin is unique or has an error, consider having it appraised by an expert. So, could the 1991 P Washington quarter be worth $1.5 million? While it's unlikely, the right error in the right condition could fetch a high price. And who knows? Maybe you're holding on to a hidden gem. We're going to dive deep into the world of coin collecting and explore what makes this quarter so valuable. From rare minting errors to unique characteristics, stay tuned, you may have a hidden gem right at home. Before we dig into what makes this specific 1995 D quarter so valuable, let's talk a bit about the Washington quarter. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, this coin has become an enduring symbol of American currency. Initially minted from silver, the Washington quarter shifted to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965 due to rising silver prices. But even though silver was removed, many quarters remain highly collectible. Now, why are we talking about the 1995 D mint mark quarter? First, let's clarify what D stands for. The D mint mark means that this quarter was produced at the Denver Mint. In 1995, millions of quarters were minted, so finding one from this year and mint mark is not uncommon. However, there's one key factor that sets apart the $1.4 million quarter: it's all about errors and condition. Minting errors are the golden ticket in the world of coin collecting. These errors occur during the production process and can make coins highly valuable. For the 1995 D Washington quarter, certain rare errors and unusual characteristics have been reported to make it worth thousands, and potentially millions, of dollars. Here are some types of minting errors to look out for. This is one of the most coveted errors for collectors. A double die error happens when the coin's design is imprinted twice due to misalignment, creating a doubled image. On a 1995 D quarter, doubling on the words, "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" can raise the value significantly. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned in the machine during stamping. This creates an uneven design where parts of the coin are left blank. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the potential value. A misaligned die or broad strike can create a quarter with a unique, spread-out look. Broad-struck coins often have no visible edge, giving them an almost metal-like appearance, which can be quite valuable to collectors. Even more crucial than minting errors is the coin's condition. The value of a 1995 D Washington quarter can skyrocket if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition ***. To determine condition, collectors rely on professional grading services, like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. The grades range from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS 70. For the 1995 D quarter, if you have one in near perfect condition, we're talking MS 68 or higher, it's like hitting the jackpot. Coins with a high mint state grade, especially those with visible minting errors, are worth the most. For example, a coin graded at MS 68 or higher, combined with a rare error, could fetch anywhere from thousands to that magical $1.4 million mark. Now, let's get practical. How can you tell if your 1995 D quarter might be worth big bucks? Follow these steps. Look closely under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect details. Check for any signs of doubling, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. Also, look for any off-center or misaligned features. If your quarter looks brand new without scratches, fading, or other signs of wear, you may have something valuable. Coins in excellent condition with minimal marks can be worth more, even if they lack significant errors. If you believe your quarter might be in high mint state or has errors, consider getting it graded. While grading services cost money, they are worth the investment if you suspect your quarter has high potential. You might be wondering, has anyone actually sold a 1995 D quarter for this much? While there are reports of extremely high prices, much depends on what buyers are willing to pay. In rare cases, if the coin possesses an extraordinary error and is in pristine condition, auctions can drive the price to astonishing heights. For a coin like this, specialized auction houses are often the best route. In fact, some quarters with unique errors have already sold in the high six-figure range. So, that $1.4 million mark isn't impossible, though it's certainly rare. One last tip: if you think you have a valuable coin, handling and storage are essential. Oils from your fingers can damage the coin, so consider wearing gloves when handling it. Store it in a protective case, away from humidity and temperature changes. Protecting your coin's condition is key to preserving its value. So, could that 1995 D quarter in your pocket be worth $1.4 million? It's possible, but remember, value is influenced by factors like rarity, condition, and demand. Whether or not you find a jackpot coin, remember that collecting can be a rewarding and fascinating hobby. Who knows, you may just strike gold in your spare change. We're diving into a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket change, the 1999 D Washington quarter. Believe it or not, one of these coins has fetched as much as $1.9 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $1.9 million for a quarter. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions, let's find out what exactly makes some of these quarters worth so much. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin insights, and let's get into it. First off, let's talk about what makes the 1999 Washington quarter special. In 1999, the U.S. Mint began issuing quarters for the new state quarters program, with 5 different states released each year. It was one of the biggest programs by the Mint, and it brought tons of attention back to coin collecting. The quarters minted in Denver, or the ones with the D Mint mark, came from the Denver Mint. In 1999 alone, millions of quarters were produced, so in general, a regular 1999 D quarter isn't rare. However, certain rare errors, varieties, and high-grade conditions can make a huge difference. One of the reasons why some 1999 D quarters are worth a fortune is due to minting errors. Let's look at a few key errors that could turn your quarter into a jackpot. First, there's the double die error. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice, causing a doubling effect. If your quarter has noticeable doubling on letters or numbers, like Liberty or In God We Trust, it might be one of these rare error coins. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is not centered on the coin, and die cracks, where the metal has small cracks due to wear on the die. If your 1999 D quarter shows any of these features, it could be worth much more than 25 cents. Now, let's get to the million-dollar question: why did a 1999 D quarter sell for a jaw-dropping $1.9 million? The record-breaking 1999 D quarter was not only in pristine, almost perfect condition, graded at MS69 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, but it also had an incredibly rare minting error that made it nearly unique. Coins graded at MS69 or MS70 are virtually flawless, and finding a coin from regular circulation in this condition is almost unheard of. The high-grade quality of this coin, combined with its unique error, made it one of a kind, driving collectors into a bidding frenzy. And that's why it ended up going for $1.9 million at auction. Wondering if you have a hidden treasure in your own coin collection? Here's what you need to look for. First, check the coin's mint mark on the front near George Washington's hair. If you see a D, you have a Denver Mint quarter from 1999. Next, look for any doubling on the letters, any cracks, or off-center strikes. And remember, condition matters. A coin in mint condition with minimal wear will always be more valuable than a worn one. To really know its value, consider sending it to a professional grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They can give it an official grade, which will help you determine if you've got a valuable coin. Now, let's talk about selling. Even if you don't have the $1 million quarter, certain high-grade 1999 D quarters with unique errors have been known to sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars on auction sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay. Remember, though, values fluctuate with the market and collector demand. Be cautious, and make sure to get a professional appraisal if you think your coin could be valuable. And there you have it. The 1999 D Washington quarter could be a collector's dream come true. Who knew that a simple coin could be worth nearly $2 million? So next time you're going through your change, keep an eye out, you just might have a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. We're diving into a very special coin that has captured the attention of collectors and treasure hunters worldwide, the 1999 P Washington quarter dollar. Could this small piece of change in your pocket actually be worth $1.8 million? Hello, everyone. If you're new here, welcome to Coins Dealer, where we uncover the hidden treasures in everyday coins and reveal their surprising value. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any valuable updates. Today, we'll be exploring the 1999 P Washington quarter minted in Philadelphia. Why are some of these coins worth thousands or even millions of dollars? Let's find out. Show a few examples of the 1999 P quarter, Philadelphia Mint building, and historical photos of George Washington on coins. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932. But in 1999, the U.S. Mint introduced a major change, the Popular State Quarters program, which featured unique designs for each U.S. state. This program was launched with the Delaware quarter, and the quarters minted that year were in high demand. The Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P Mint mark, struck millions of these quarters. But what makes the 1999 P Washington quarter so intriguing is that some coins from this year are worth far more than just 25 cents. And one particular variety could fetch a collector's dream price of over $1 million. So, let's break down what makes this quarter so valuable. First, let's look at the basic design. The 1999 P Washington quarter features George Washington's profile on the obverse side, with the word Liberty to the left and In God We Trust to the right. On the reverse side, there are different designs for each state minted in 1999. But pay close attention to any unusual characteristics on the coin. Highlight close-ups of error quarters, specifically double die and misstrikes. One of the most sought-after types of the 1999 P Washington quarter is the double die variety. This error occurs during the minting process when a die strikes the coin twice, slightly offset each time. The result? Doubling on certain areas of the coin, like Washington's face or the lettering. This can drastically increase the coin's value. Another type of error to look for is the off-center strike or broad strike. These errors occur when the coin isn't properly aligned with the die, leading to a misprint that collectors pay big money for. And here's where things get really interesting. So, what makes a 1999 P. Washington quarter worth $1.8 million? This jaw-dropping value is linked to an extremely rare mint error, one that happened only a handful of times in the coin's history. Imagine finding a quarter with a double-struck or broad-struck error on a specific state quarter design, like Delaware. If this quarter is in near-perfect condition, known as a high-grade mint state, it becomes incredibly valuable. Coins with this level of rarity in perfect condition grading have been known to sell for hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in auction. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. The 1999 P. Washington quarter graded by PCGS or NGC as mint state 68 or higher can command very high prices, especially if it features a rare error. Collectors look for coins with perfect luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear. The higher the grade, the more the coin is worth. For example, a 1999 P quarter with a mint state grade of 68 could be worth thousands, but a rare error coin in mint state 70, the highest grade, could reach that $1.8 million mark. So, how can you get your hands on one of these valuable quarters? Here are some tips to increase your chances. Tips to find rare 1999 P quarters. Always examine the quarters in your change for the 1999 P mint mark. Look closely for doubling on the text or off-center strikes. Get quarter rolls from banks. Many people overlook the value of coins and may unknowingly deposit rare quarters. Some errors are hard to spot with the naked eye, so a magnifying glass can help you inspect each detail closely. If you think you have a high-quality error coin, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can boost its market value dramatically. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1999 P. Washington quarter is an exciting find to look out for. Who knows? The next coin you examine could be a hidden treasure worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with other coin enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into rare coins and valuable collectibles. And if you found any interesting coins lately, tell us about them in the comments below. We're diving into the story of the 2004 P. Washington quarter dollar with the Philadelphia Mint mark, a coin that could hold some extraordinary value. So, whether you're a collector or just checking out the coins lying around, stay tuned. You might have a small fortune right under your nose. First, let's talk about the basics of the 2004 P. Washington quarter dollar. This quarter was part of the state quarters program, featuring Texas on the reverse side to represent the 28th state in the Union. Minted in Philadelphia, these coins have the P mint mark, and millions were struck for circulation. At face value, it's just a regular 25-cent coin, but in some very specific cases, collectors have valued certain 2004 P quarters at an astronomical price. Now, you're probably wondering, what could make a simple quarter worth $1.6 million? Here are the top factors that drive up the value of rare coins, especially this one. One of the main reasons for high value in coins like the 2004 P quarter comes from error varieties. Errors can range from double dies, off-center strikes, or even unique die cracks. For the 2004 P quarter, certain error types are particularly sought after. Look closely at the Texas state design and George Washington's portrait for anything unusual, like a doubled or misaligned image. Condition is everything. The highest prices are for coins in top-notch shape, mint state condition, often graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. The closer a coin is to perfect condition, the higher its value. Coins in MS 68 or MS 69 grade conditions have achieved stunning price levels, and in some cases, even a perfect MS 70 grade has been attributed to certain 2004 P quarters, driving the value even higher. Some coins have extraordinary value if they come from a special release, have a unique history, or were part of a known collection. While most 2004 P quarters may not have unique historical significance, sometimes a high-grade, pristine version of a coin might have sold in an auction for an astounding price, creating a kind of legend around the coin's value. Alright, Now let's dive into how you can identify if your 2004 P Washington quarter might be worth a small fortune. Here are a few steps. Look for the P mint mark on the obverse side, which signifies it was minted in Philadelphia. If you have a 2004 quarter with this mark, you're already on the right track. Use a magnifying glass or even a coin microscope to check for any errors, especially around the edges and lettering. Look out for double dies, misstrikes, or even unusual die breaks around Washington's profile or the Texas state outline on the reverse side. Errors like these are not only rare but can make your coin highly valuable. Remember, the best value coins are in perfect mint state condition. You'll want to look for minimal scratches, no signs of circulation wear, and no discoloration. If you think you have a pristine 2004 P quarter, consider sending it to a professional grading service. Finally, one of the best ways to determine your coin's potential value is by comparing it to recent auction sales. Websites like Heritage Auctions and eBay are great places to find historical sale records. Some of these coins have reached hundreds of thousands or even the $1.6 million mark, depending on unique characteristics and grading. Some specific 2004 P quarters have fetched incredible amounts at auctions, often because of rarity, condition, and demand. In rare cases, the combination of an rare variety, a top grade, and a motivated collector can push these coins into the six-figure or even seven-figure range. Before you rush to sell your 2004 P quarter, here are some tips. If you believe you have a valuable coin, reach out to a professional numismatist or a grading service. A verified grade and expert opinion can make a huge difference in value. For high-value coins, auctions can be a great option, as they attract collectors willing to pay premium prices. Some famous coin auction houses include Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections. To preserve value, avoid handling the coin directly with your fingers. Use cotton gloves and place it in a protective holder if you plan to keep it for the long term. So, could your 2004 P Washington quarter be the next $1.6 million treasure? It's worth checking. Remember, some of the most valuable coins started as pocket change, just like this quarter. If you enjoyed today's video and want more coin tips and guides, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. And if you find any unique coins, let us know in the comments. We're diving into one specific coin that could make you $1.4 million richer, the 2017 P Washington quarter dollar. Let's talk about what makes this coin so valuable, how to spot one, and, most importantly, what you need to look out for when checking your own coins. Welcome back to channel name. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more videos about rare coins, valuable currency, and treasures you might find in your pocket change. Today, we're focusing on the 2017 P Washington quarter dollar, which some collectors and experts believe could be worth as much as $1.4 million under the right conditions. Yes, you heard that correctly, $1.4 million. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, and the 2017 P Mint mark version is no exception. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is one of the primary mints in the U.S. responsible for creating our currency. In 2017, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these quarters as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, celebrating iconic U.S. landmarks. The 2017 quarters feature Effigy Mounds National Monument in Iowa, the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site, and other beautiful designs. But why would any of these 2017 quarters be worth more than face value? Here's where things get interesting. The incredible value of $1.4 million stems from a few key factors: condition, rarity, and, most importantly, errors. Not all 2017 quarters are worth this much, but there are some special ones out there. First, let's talk about condition. Collectors pay top dollar for coins that are in flawless, uncirculated condition. This is called mint state, and coins graded at the highest levels, MS67 or MS68, for example, are extremely rare. Even a small scratch can bring the value down significantly. But the real jackpot comes from certain error coins. In 2017, the Philadelphia Mint produced a small number of quarters with notable errors. Some have double die errors, where parts of the design appear twice due to a misalignment during the minting process. Other errors may include off-center strikes, where the design isn't aligned correctly, or even planchet errors, where the coin blank itself is flawed before it's struck. Each of these errors can add significant value, especially when combined with a high mint state grade. So, how can you tell if you're holding one of these incredibly valuable 2017 quarters? Start by looking at the front side, or obverse, of the coin. Make sure it has the P Mint mark on it, which means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Next, carefully inspect the design details with a magnifying glass or even a digital microscope if you have one. Look closely at Washington's profile for any doubling effects, especially around his face, lettering, or the edges. Check for other unusual features, like shifts in the design, abnormal thickness in the letters or numbers, or any signs that something went wrong during the minting process. These are the signs that collectors are looking for. Now, if you believe you found a rare 2017 quarter, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Coin grading services, like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can provide an official grade and authenticate any errors. This is essential because a graded coin with a rare error and in high mint condition will sell for far more than an ungraded one. Once graded, you can choose to sell it at auction. Major coin auctions, like heritage auctions or Stack's Bowers, are where collectors go to find top-tier coins. Some online platforms, like eBay, are also options, but auctions usually yield the highest prices for valuable coins. Let's wrap up with the key things to remember if you're hoping to strike gold, or silver, in your pocket change. This quarter must have been minted in Philadelphia to be potentially worth big money. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or other flaws. Even a tiny error can mean a massive value increase. High-condition coins, MS67 or above, are where the big bucks are, especially when combined with an error. Rare coins like this don't pop up every day. So keep checking your change and holding on to anything unusual. We're diving into one of the most remarkable finds in recent U.S. coin history, the 2020 D Washington quarter that's reportedly worth a whopping $1.9 million. That's right, a quarter that could make you a millionaire. Stick around, because I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this incredible coin, including what makes it so valuable and how to tell if you've got one hiding in your change jar. First off, let's get to know this coin a little better. The 2020 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, and it's part of the America the Beautiful series, which began in 2010 and concluded in 2021. This particular series commemorates some of the most beautiful and historic sites across the United States, with each coin showcasing a different national park or landmark on the reverse side. The 2020 Washington quarter with the D Mint mark features the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve in Kansas on the reverse side. It's a striking design that has captivated collectors, but there's more to this quarter than just its aesthetic appeal. So, what makes this 2020 D Washington quarter so incredibly valuable? There are a few key reasons, and they all come down to rarity, condition, and a bit of coin collector magic. First up is rarity. While the 2020 D quarter isn't necessarily rare in the traditional sense, some quarters in this year and mint mark have rare variations that can increase their value astronomically. The primary factor here is an incredibly rare error that only a handful of quarters possess, one that makes this coin stand out from the millions minted. Coin errors are a huge factor in coin values, and the 2020 D quarter is no exception. Errors like double dies, die breaks, or misaligned dies can make a coin truly one of a kind. For the 2020 D quarter, collectors are particularly interested in coins with double die errors, especially on the words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or even on the reverse design. These rare errors can turn an ordinary 25-cent coin into a coin worth thousands, or even millions. So, if you're examining your own 2020 D quarter, grab a magnifying glass and check for doubling in the lettering or details on the tallgrass prairie design. These errors are tiny but can mean a huge difference in value. Another factor is condition. To reach the peak value of $1.9 million, a coin needs to be in almost perfect, mint state condition, often graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS-68 or higher. These high grades indicate a pristine coin with no wear or major scratches. So, even if you find a 2020 D quarter with an error, it's worth more if it's in mint, uncirculated condition. Lastly, we have market demand. In recent years, coin collecting has seen a resurgence, especially for modern coins with unique characteristics. This demand means collectors are willing to pay a premium for unique finds like a rare error coin in perfect condition. And because the 2020 D quarter is part of a limited series, collector interest is higher than usual, driving up its potential value. Alright, so now that you know what makes this coin potentially worth millions, let's talk about how you can find one. Here are some tips to give you the best chance of striking it rich with a 2020 D quarter. Keep an eye on any quarters you get back in change, especially from 2020. You never know, one might just be a rare error coin. Doubling errors are often really hard to spot with the naked eye. A simple magnifying glass or a coin microscope can help you identify any abnormalities on the coin. If you think you found a rare 2020 D quarter, consider getting it professionally graded. A high grade will validate its condition and potentially add thousands to its value. PCGS and NGC are trusted graders for rare coins. So there you have it. The 2020 D Washington quarter could be worth much more than 25 cents. With its rare errors, high grading potential, and the current market, some coins have indeed reached jaw-dropping values like $1.9 million. Imagine that, a little quarter turning you into a millionaire. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell, so you don't miss out on more incredible coin discoveries.